As he's going into the ambulance, he gives the thumbs up signal. X-rays were negative.
Trent Green, boot, finds a wide open Jason Dunn. And here's Michael Pittman, first and goal, bounces outside as he gets in the end zone for a 34-31 win. Tampa.
And Jake Delhomme finds Nick Goins here, which brings the Carolina Panthers back from behind. But Oakland's Sebastian Janikowski kicks the game-winning field goal 19 yards with 6 seconds left. Then Ben Roethlisberger finds Hines Ward, put them up for a touchdown. He does a little T.O. impression, and Seth Davis talks to Big Ben about the game.
How surprised are you by what Jerome Bettis was able to do today?
I'm not surprised at all. JB is a great running back, a great leader for this team, and he stepped up today. That's what leaders do.
McNabb doesn't want to hear it from T.O., but you know what? We want to hear it, T.O. What do you have to say?
Basically, that's just me trying to, fire him up a little bit and, pick his head up. Donovan is obviously a competitor, and I am too, and, it's going to be like that sometimes.
Oh, you're great, T.O., but how about these ugly orange uniforms that the Bengals decided to wear today?
Ugly.
It confused the Cowboys. 5 turnovers, 3 interceptions by Vinny Testaverde. Bengals go on to win 26-3 at home against Bill Parcells and the boys.
Redskins got a $147 on the ground from Portis, but here he throws the ball to Lavernius Coles for a 15-yard touchdown. Boom. Nick Harris's punt is blocked by Taylor Jacobs. Walt Harris picks it up, runs it in the end zone as they win 17-10.
Josh McCown finds Larry Fitzgerald at the end of the game for a touchdown. Arizona wins. Dolphins lose at home.
Can you do that? Make
I think you went boop, boop.
The punt got blocked.
We're a rolling video game here. Thanks for joining us here on Nextel Halftime Reports.
Like
Send you back to the second half of your game after this.
Oh, my goodness.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Nextel helps groups get things done. Nextel.
Thursday, you've never seen a CSI like her.
Don't worry, I'm wearing underwear, as far as you know.
Or a crime like this.
This was a joke. You see us laughing?
A new CSI then.
You're a dead man.
A new Without a Trace after CSI Thursday.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Sponsored by Nextel Nationwide Walkie-Talkie.
Despite 2 straight losses, the first-place Denver Broncos with a good lead over the Houston Texans at halftime, 24-7. Quarterback Jake Plummer with 3 touchdown passes to his tight end Putsier. To Ashley Lally and Rod Smith. The NFL on CBS will continue after this word from your local station.
Category Wednesdays.
Problems during the last 2 games, losses for Denver.
Well, the biggest problem here in the game for Denver has been altitude sickness. I think they're going to get winded just from running around. The offense has really been there. I think the Houston defense has made some mistakes that have really cost them. Big penalty against Aaron Glenn was a big difference. But you look at the stats for this first half, it is all them. But, that's nice. There's a nice start. It's 24-7. And if you're Houston, this is not insurmountable.
Here's the kickoff by Brown to begin the second half, and this one is out of the end zone and whistles over the head of Rock Anderson, the rookie free agent for the Denver Broncos. Back to the 20, it'll be 1st and 10 for Jake Plummer and his offense.
See your fantasy notebook here. I know I've got a little vested interest in some of these games. I'm starting Jake Plummer in my fantasy team, so I'm kind of excited about these 3 touchdowns I'm watching so far. And it hasn't been so much about Drones' number of yards or number of carries. They established the run that opened the play action, and that's what opened things up for Smith and Lally down the field.
So from the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, here comes Reuben Drones, who is held on to by Kylie Wong, and he drags Wong up to the 28. Gain of 8 on the play, 2nd down and 2.
If you're Denver's offense right here, you want methodical. And you've basically got the Houston defense in a position where they've got to start punching and stripping and trying to create a turnover here. And for the offensive line of the Denver Broncos, now's the time to take a chance and really open up a gash in this Houston's defense and let Reuben Drones start running.
All the starters are in there, no changes after halftime. 2nd down 2 from the 28. The fake to Drones, more play action by Plummer. And this is Kyle Johnson, the fullback, banged out of bounds by Marcus Coleman at the 47-yard line, 18-yard gain. And that is the first reception in a month for fullback Kyle Johnson.
Houston's done a nice job of sealing things backside. What do? You let them run that way, and you bring Johnson underneath the fullback. You're selling the play action. They've got to respect the run. And it's one of those, hey, who's got that guy when you get back to the huddle?
Johnson is out of Syracuse. It's 1st and 10 from the 46. Two tight ends in the backfield, Carswell and Putsier, and Drones. Hit by Foreman and grabbed on the play by Kylie Wong, 48-yard line, gain of 6.
And one thing to look for in this game, if they do stay in this running mode, is how is Houston tackling? How are the Kylie Wongs and the Jamie Sharpers on the second level getting after the running back, specifically Drones of Denver? You know, this has been out of the box for Kylie Wong and this Houston defense. They haven't been in this position very much where somebody's trying to pound it on them. You can't create interceptions if nobody will throw it.
Watts is in as a receiver. They got Drones as a slot receiver. 2nd down 4. That is a 1st down grab by Ashley Lilly, who slips through the grasp of Glenn and then is brought down in the secondary after a 19-yard gain by Glenn Earl. It's a 1st down.
Watch Aaron Glenn, right side of the screen, fall down. Once he falls down, he's thinking strip. He's out of position. He can't tackle. He comes back, try to punch and strip at the ball. You'll see a lot more of that out of this Houston defense, trying to create a big play, trying to create some momentum.
That is a 19-yard pickup. They're to the 29 of the Houston Texans, and they've got it 1st and 10. Nate Jackson is now in the game as a receiver. And Garrison Hurst is in the backfield. The end around to Watts. Hits by Babin, slowed by Earl, and down he goes at the 25 after a gain of 5 as Darius Watts has his 5th carry of the season. Down just inside the 25, moving very well on the opening drive of the second half.
See, when you get Mike Shanahan in almost smile mode, and that's almost smile mode, that means he and Gary Kubiak, his offensive coordinator, are on their rhythm with their play calling. Their run's working, which means their play action's working, which means the reversal works.
2nd long 5. Hurst remains in the game. Garrison Hurst gets the handoff and is brought down by Earl. He is a rookie out of Notre Dame. It is a 2-yard gain for Garrison Hurst. And they mark him at the 23. Last carries for Hurst, as Gary Kubiak has been calling the plays
behind the pole there.
In week 3 against San Diego. He's been, like I said, inactive for most of this season.
But that's Denver's MO. I mean, they've got an excellent running theory, and they plug running backs in and out, and each running back seems to do something differently well.
Drones is in, 3rd and long 3. This is a great catch and run by the fullback Johnson. Kyle Johnson with his 1st career touchdown. And Jake Plummer with his 4th touchdown pass today.
One of the first signs of a defense sort of coming apart is bad tackling. The running game been so effective, the linebackers have to bite, the safeties have to bite, but you know, somebody's got to tackle. And no one really gets a good hand on Johnson on either one of his receptions that drive.
Elam's extra point. Kyle Johnson, 2 years out of Syracuse, with his 1st career touchdown, dancing his way to the end zone. 31-7 Broncos. He's right.
Great sports moments this November on Orbit. The Saudi League is a powerful attraction for all soccer fans. The NFL keeps getting tougher game after game. The emotional swing of the Dutch League knows no rest. Tennis's top 8 meet in the superfinal of the Masters Cup Houston. The French League stands out in all its grandeur. South America continues the search for a 2006 World Cup ticket. November on Orbit, bringing you a world of sports.
شتان بين المتعلم وبين الجاهل.
أول ما بيوصل أبو عنتر بيركب الصاروخ نطلقه.
هل حقا سيركب أبو عنتر الصاروخ؟
شغلة علم الفضاء معقد صعب تفهمون. شو راح تشتغل ووين راح تستوظف؟
في عرض أول قاهر الفضاء الثلاثاء في الأوقات التالية على قناة سينما واحد.
أفلام العرض الأول برعاية
سميتا، مناشف في علبة من نابكو.
مع ارتفاع حرارة السباق للوصول إلى نهائيات هيوستن، يستعد أبطال التنس في فرنسا لكتابة فصل جديد في تاريخ اللعبة العريقة. بطولة الماسترز للتنس تتواصل مباشرة من باريس، تبث حاليا على أوربت ESPN.
Look at Kyle Johnson, who's the fullback, and in his second year in the National Football League, first career touchdown reception. Jake Plummer has thrown 4 touchdown passes today to 4 different receivers. He has thrown 8 touchdown passes in less than 2 games.
And if you're starting him on your fantasy team, you're happy. Like I said, I am. CBS Sportsline Gridiron Guru League. I'm playing gymnastics today, so I need all the help I can get.
Wow. Mike Denor's ensuing kickoff. From the 2-yard line comes J.J. Moses. And hit by Sam Brandon. Moses keeps his footing, and they're going to mark him down where Brandon initially got him at about the 18. 17-yard return. How's Jake Plummer feeling? Mighty good. His team is zeroing in on stopping a 2-game losing skid.
هل تريدون معرفة كل شيء عن واحد من أفضل اللاعبين المصريين؟ هل تحبون كرة القدم المثيرة؟ هل تحبون معرفة المزيد عن ناديه الجديد وحياته في هولندا؟ فلا تفوتوا إذن مشاهدة مغامرة غالي كل جمعة بعد جمعة فقط على الرياضية.
This November on Super Movies, the new season shines with the brightest stars. Matt Damon and Casey Affleck burn in Jerry. Reese Witherspoon smolders in Legally Blonde 2.
Too Nancy, too Hillary, too perfect for words.
Kiefer Sutherland glows in After Alice.
You believe in ghosts?
No.
Good, neither do I.
James Russo blazes in The House Next Door.
She's convinced that you killed your wife.
Armand Assante lights the fuse in Last Run.
Now you better duck on the count of 3.
Keanu Reeves dazzles in Matrix Reloaded. All these and more every day from 9 p.m. Riyadh time throughout November.
Enjoy the show.
Your ticket to the latest movies this November on Super Movies.
مع ارتفاع حرارة السباق للوصول إلى نهائيات هيوستن، يستعد أبطال التنس في فرنسا لكتابة فصل جديد في تاريخ اللعبة العريقة. بطولة الماسترز للتنس تتواصل مباشرة من باريس، تبث حاليا على أوربت ESPN.
In gorgeous Denver, it's 31-7. The Broncos over the Houston Texans. Randy Cross, Kevin Holland. From the 18-yard line, 1st and 10 after the touchdown pass of the Broncos and the kickoff return of Moses to the 18. Ooh, everybody's moving. There go the flags. Bronco touchdown drives today, 52, 80, 80, and 99 yards. Very impressive.
Both start, 87 offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Randy, that's the tight end, Mark Bruner.
Here's Johnson's going to come out of the backfield, but watch the linebackers for Denver, or for Houston, and what they do and how they react. They're respecting the run. They're respecting Reuben Drones. That leaves the fullback wide open, and then it's just weak tackling Average dancing from there.
Back to the 13, first and 15 for Carr. 3 receivers and dropped by Andre Johnson. And he was tapped in the play by Nick Ferguson. A rare drop for Johnson. Incomplete. Second down, 15.
You know, that's sort of a, you know, next kind of a deal. Johnson, the fullback, many passes, caught a little swing out of the backfield, and it's time to whip him home, baby. Right in the home stretch.
That's right. That's right. Second down and 15. Extra defensive back has been put in. That's Middlebrooks, 13-yard line.
You know, it's hard to act that bow-legged. He must be bow-legged.
Got to get to the 28. Carr. Rush comes on. Chased and gets away by Monsanto Pope, and then throws away for his life on the sideline. Monsanto Pope was bearing down on David Carr. Carr has had 5 comebacks in his career, including this past season and a dramatic win at Kansas City. He's going to have to come up with some real big kind of comeback.
He's going to have to. That's Monsanto Pope diving out late in that play there. Not easy for a guy that big to be chasing a guy that small and not actually get him.
Luther Ellis will take his place. Third down and 15. Again, they got to get to the 28. Carr, the blitz by Herndon, the pass to Gaffney, and he takes it up the side and has a first down. Run out of bounds by Lenny Walls. At about the 31-yard line, a pickup of 18 yards on 3rd and 15.
What a nice job by Corey Bradford and Andre Johnson in front of Gaffney on that play blocking. And you see big Monsanto Pope just did about a, you know, an even 1-point landing, just sort of a belly flop on the grass.
Gaffney has had receptions today of 13, 28, and 18 yards. It is 1st and 10 at the 31. Fadafehi on the defensive line. As Carr changes the play, Dominic Davis, and he is held down by DJ Williams. A gain of a couple up to the 33-yard line. Country music's biggest names and biggest night is coming to CBS. Join superstars Tim McGraw, Gretchen Wilson, Faith Hill, Rascal Flatts, Shania Twain, and more. Brooks and Dunn host the Country Music Awards. Live Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on America's Most Watched Network, CBS. An extra defensive back is in. That's Lenny Walls. It's 2nd down and 8. They got to get to the 41-yard line.
And half of them are going to act like they're blitzing.
Carr. And right on the money to Andre Johnson, hit by Champ Bailey, has the first down, 44-yard line, a pickup of 12 yards.
See, the way you create momentum, if you're a team like Houston right here and you're down by 24 points, it's the old thing about, you know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You know, how do you make up for a 24-point deficit? One play at a time, one catch at a time. You don't worry about the points. You just keep making play after play after play, and the points take care of themselves.
Armstrong is the 3rd receiver. They're at the 44. It's 1st down and 10 for Carr. And with the blitz by Herndon, picked up by Davis, the pass overthrown to Andre Johnson with the coverage by Bailey. It's 2nd down and 10.
Andre the Giant wouldn't have gotten that one.
We hope you're enjoying our in-game stats tracks in the upper part of the screen. The game tracks with scores and stats of other games constantly updated down below. Todd Wade sprained right ankle.
You see the percentage, 13 of 23 for David Carr. That's very unusual for him in 2004. He's been completing a high percentage of his passes. This defense has got to get most of the credit for that lack of completions.
Marcus Spears now taking the place of Wade at that tackle. 2nd down and 10. Carr being chased by Fadafehi on the run and out of bounds. Safely finding Harbor on his own sideline. Run out of bounds by Herndon. It is a gain of 4, a scramble of 4 yards to the 48.
You talk about David Carr, and the idea of a rushing quarterback doesn't scream into your brain. But when you look at the yards rushing that quarterbacks in this league have, I mean, he's number 3. You know, obviously Mike Vick is one of the guys you say, you know, should be up top. Culpepper is number 2. He's basically a tight end / offensive tackle. But David Carr is number 3 in the NFL in quarterback rushing.
Third down, long 6. The Texans have got to get to the 46-yard line of the Denver Broncos. The next defensive back is in it. It's Lenny Walls. Handoff to Dominic Davis. And brought down by Marco Coleman as he crosses midfield, gains 5, takes it to the 47. Shy of a first down by a couple yards.
Besides, Kevin, the fact that this defense has played better, it's been the improvement of David Carr over the last, let's call it a season, 17 games, and what he's done, especially the number of interceptions, cut it more in half. And you're able to also add on to that, a guy that was sacked 76 times his rookie year is just not sacked as often now.
Chad Stanley will punt. And deep back at about the 10-yard line, Rod Smith awaits the Houston punt on their first second half possession. Very high and very short. And well placed at about the 10-yard line, and down there it is a 37-yard punt. Denver's had a big day. 4 touchdown passes by Jake Plummer to 4 different receivers. The Broncos 31-7.
رمضان على قناة فن. سهرات مع أجمل الألحان والأغاني العربية. برامج متنوعة وممتعة. رقص. فرجة. سينما. مسرح. وفنون تشكيلية. رمضان على قناة فن دائما أحلى.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
No good. No good. No good. Oh, God.
Can I get some ketchup, please?
You are so good with women.
Got problems?
Look at me.
Let them give you a hand.
You know, I can never tell if you're joking or you're just stupid.
Well, I try to mix it up, sir.
The Norm Show. Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Riyadh time on Super Comedy.
Dr. Andrew Brown had everything he could wish for.
I came to you because you're supposed to be the best. I'm willing to go after this cancer with everything I've got.
But when tragedy crossed his path, he had no choice but to face the truth.
Everyone who wants to move and get their own horse, raise your hand.
Come with us to the only place for second chances. Everwood, Sundays at 10 p.m. Riyadh time only on America Plus.
رمضان على قناة الصفوة. برامج دينية وثقافية متنوعة وأثرية. رحلات ممتعة عبر التاريخ والجغرافيا ضمن برامج وثائقية عربية وعالمية. أجمل المسلسلات التاريخية. رمضان على قناة الصفوة دائما أحلى.
The other part of eating that elephant one bite at a time is stopping the elephant from getting any bigger. And so far this half, they haven't been able to slow the elephant down much.
Watts is another receiver that's puts the air in motion from the 11-yard line after the Houston punt. 1st and 10, Drones, and hit nicely by Glenn Earl. No gain, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, a tough week for Jake Plummer, but you know, mentally this guy is extremely strong, and it's been well documented. His good buddy Pat Tillman, killed in Afghanistan, Army Ranger, honored by that number in the end zone. You know, he spent time with Pat Tillman. Jake Plummer did about a month before Tillman was killed, and something pretty special to Jake Plummer. He could have made a lot bigger deal out of that than he did. He settled for that honor and a little something for the foundation, and the NFL kicked in too.
2nd down and 10. It is Drones, who was slowed down by Foreman, finished off by Robinson. It is a gain of 9. He's out near the 20-yard line as we take you to our studios in Great Gumbel.
All right, Kevin, here's when you know your defense is having a bad day. Patriots line up for a field goal. Direct snap to Adam Vinatieri, who throws to an uncovered Troy Brown for a 4-yard touchdown. The Patriots lead the Rams 26-14, guys.
Now remember, the Rams had a bye last week, but before that they lost in Miami to the Dolphins.
And I don't care if New England did lose last week. They are, in my opinion, the best coached team in this league.
3rd down and 1. This is Drones. Pile driving for a 1st down. Babin was there. Wong was there, right in the heart of that defense. Gain of 3, moved the chains. He's up to the 23.
In that particular game, you look at the importance, the Jets in a game, by all rights, you say they shouldn't have lost. But, Kevin, you and I saw them do the first play of the first Jets-Buffalo game. They probably should have lost that game, the way they didn't finish that one off. AFC East is going to get pretty wild and woolly between the Jets and New England. But the problem the Jets are going to have is New England's not going to make the mental mistakes. And now with Chad Pennington's sore shoulder, if they have to play Quincy Carter, they're missing a big part of their offense.
It is a first down. 2 tight ends from the 23-yard line. Plummer to Drones, and hit and brought down by the rookie Earl out of the secondary. Gain of 3. He's up to the 26. This Reuben Drones is just an incredible story. Starting now, we've touched on his success, but this kid was virtually homeless growing up in a bad section of Anaheim, California.
And yet, and professionally, Kevin, he's been able to overcome so much also. You look at this roster for Denver, there's a lot of guys on this roster that have been cut by other teams. Reuben Drones is just one of them. They identify people that do what they do well. They get them in, and when they get their shot, invariably, the players come through. 2nd down and 7, and Drones again. But they blocked by Johnson. Look at him stay on his feet and digging his way for a first down. Past the 35, up to the 37-yard line, a gain of 11 yards, and brought down by tackle Jerry DeLoach. You can't say this is the blocking. The blocking got the first yard or 2. After that, it's character and want to. And it's part of what Mike Shanahan and his staff identifies in players. The ones they draft, the ones they sign, and the ones they get off the garbage heap. You know, teams throw guys away, and there's plenty of good football left in them. And Reuben Drones is a great example. Detroit got rid of him.
37-yard line. It is a first down because of Drones, and he gets the call again. Running outside, he got a block from Hamilton, and there goes a flag. Foreman and Babin bring him down with Glenn, who is laid out. It's a gain on the play of about 4, and he's to the 41. But, you know, we talked to Drones yesterday. A smile on his face, it never left. He was a terrific kid, and to know what he's gone through and where he's come from is really impressive.
Number 50 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
It's Denver's first penalty of the game, and they had been struggling with penalties and turnovers. No turnovers, first penalty there. All right, here's our NFL.com poll. Who would you pick as the NFL's midseason MVP? Cast your vote at NFL.com.
If you want to go pure numbers, it's kind of hard to argue with Peyton Manning. But importance to his team, you know, they don't have a winning record, but I can't see Kansas City even winning a game if they didn't have Priest Holmes.
1st and 18, which means they got to get to the 47. They're at the 29, and the handoff goes to Garrison Hurst, who is drilled by Sharp. And then driven back as our 3rd quarter is moving briskly, a gain of 1. And he's near the 30-yard line. Great to see Garrison Hurst, who's gone through some major knee reconstruction to play. Well, tonight on 60 Minutes, who's the big credit card company's worst nightmare? Man who wants to save you money, that's who. How? Well, watch 60 Minutes tonight on CBS.
You talk about Garrison Hurst, too. I mean, a guy that's won NFL Comeback Player of the Year twice.
Yeah.
What kind of character does that take? You know, and this 1-2 punch right here has done exactly what Jake Plummer needs. It's really sold the run, and that's opened up the passing game just unbelievable.
Second down and 17, 7 consecutive runs. There is a pass which breaks that run streak, caught by Drones, grabbed on the play by Sharper. He's to the 36-yard line, and he picks up 6 yards as we're down to just about the 2-minute mark and the clock ticking here in the 3rd quarter.
See, that's a frustrating thing for this Houston defense is they're used to other teams giving them chances. They're used to other teams giving them opportunities for interceptions and fumbles and big plays. It gets their offense back on the field, and Jake Plummer and this offense have not allowed that to happen. Jake Plummer gets hit a little low there by Babin, the outside linebacker of the Houston Texans.
3rd and 11. They got to get to the 47. Here comes Jake the Snake, buying time with his scrambling, throwing across the field, looking for Lallee, and it's incomplete. And he was stride for stride with DeMarcus Fagans in the secondary. And it's 4th and 11. And a pretty long drive by Denver will result in a punt.
You don't always have to score in these situations to really start killing hope for the other team. because the clock just becomes, you know, basically oxygen to them, and you start to really choking off their ability to do anything by eating up clock and making first downs.
Last time that Mike Knorr was out there punting, it was blocked, and Houston took it at the 1 that eventually went in on a Davis 1-yard touchdown run. And his boot with J.J. Moses circling under it with the catch at the 24-yard line, and the reverse, and the handoff goes to Dante Robinson, the rookie cornerback, who breaks a couple of tackles, and slippery and as elusive as he is brought down by Kyle Johnson at the 23. A 40-yard punt, -1 on the return. Yeah, penalty flag on the play.
That's when you get a reverse of field like that, it's usually either a hold or a block into the back when somebody changes directions on you.
During the return, illegal block in the back. 32 of the return team. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Jonathan Wells is called for another special teams penalty for the Texans. Timeout.
أيها السيدات والسادة، أيها الأولاد والبنات،
ما الذي قلته؟
شخصياتكم الكرتونية المفضلة تعود إليكم في أضخم المغامرات الكرتونية التي رأت نور.
أنت هنا؟ هو، هي، هم، هما.
ويمكنكم متابعتها بالإنجليزية أو بالعربية.
لقد أخفتني يا جميل.
اطلبوا لوني تونز باك إن أكشن وقد تفوزوا بدمية باجز باني. للمزيد من التفاصيل زوروا موقع أوربت على الإنترنت.
لقد نجح.
لوني تونز باك إن أكشن يعرض حاليا حصريا على تي في ماكس.
Great sports moments this November on Orbit. The Saudi League is a powerful attraction for all soccer fans. The NFL keeps getting tougher game after game. The emotional swing of the Dutch League knows no rest. Tennis's top 8 meet in the superfinal of the Masters Cup Houston. The French League stands out in all its grandeur. South America continues the search for a 2006 World Cup ticket. November on Orbit, bringing you a world of sports.
Yep, that was yesterday up at the Loveland Basin Ski Area. Denver just punted. Texans take over at the 10.
That looks like fun.
It does look like a lot of fun. But it's like 70 degrees here in Denver today. It's hard to believe it's that close. About a 2-hour drive, I guess. From the 10-yard line, 1st and 10. Davis in the backfield. Again, Carr back to pass, hit by Herndon, brought down. Another sack by the Denver Broncos. They've got 4 today. And Herndon with the douse of the Texans quarterback back at the 5.
And it's Mark Bruner, the tight end, blocking on Herndon right on the right side of your screen. Get off to a late start, turn your shoulders. A defensive back can make you look pretty bad when he can get that kind of speed edge on you. And just everything seems to be going right. Remember, this Denver defense has played really well. The only real threat they've had scoring-wise, touchdown-wise, was set up by a block punt.
Marcus Spears continues to take the place at right tackle. The injured Todd Wade, 2nd down 15. They got to get to the 20-yard line. And Carr rifles a pass, which is caught by Gaffney. And then he is drilled by Champ Bailey at the 16-yard line at gain of 11. And now it'll be 3rd down and 5. Next Sunday, we've got regional action. The Baltimore Ravens take on the Jets. Most of you will see Houston and Indianapolis. Meanwhile, the Texans tangle with the Colts, or the Bengals battle the Redskins. Check local listings for the game and time in your area. It all begins with the NFL Today from New York. 3rd and long 4. The shotgun snap to Carr. The block by Spears, and Carr has got to get to the 20 and is shy by about a yard. Forced out of bounds by Kenoy Kennedy.
See what he did with the ball there at the very end?
He did that last week, too, in Reliance Stadium against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's very good field awareness. Now, the ball's being marked about where his foot went out of bounds, but watch what he does with the ball. If he's still in bounds, that's where the ball should be marked. where he reached forward with it before he was ever touched and before he went out of bounds.
It is 4th down, and our quarter will come to a close before the Chad Stanley punt. 4 Jake Plummer touchdown passes. Broncos on top. We'll return to Denver after this message and a word from your local station as you're watching the NFL on CBS.
Meet the professionals.
I'm Stone Phillips.
I'm Mike Walsh.
Welcome to 2020.
I'm Vicki Mabry.
Good evening, and welcome to 48 Hours.
I'm Ed Bradley.
Good evening, and welcome to this special and we think important edition of Primetime Thursday.
I'm Dan Rapp. Those stories
Tonight on 60 Minutes.
The top U.S. news magazine shows are only on Orbit News.
Super Movies takes you on a journey to now.
May I have your attention, please?
A trip to the most recent films.
Here's the place dreams are born.
A visit to Hollywood's brightest talent. A new movie every night, Wednesday to Saturday.
Good retention.
All on just one channel.
I will be watching you.
Super Movies, your ticket to the latest movies.
A message from the President of the United States of America.
My fellow Americans, let me assure all of you that tonight you promised to have dinner with Laura.
He stole the elections. Now he will steal your hearts.
Aren't you proud? You may be a bad president, but you're an okay husband sometimes.
That's my Bush. Fridays at 4 p.m. Riyadh time on Super Comedy. Any resemblance to real people may be true.
Is this a party or what?
رمضان على قناة الصفوة. برامج دينية وثقافية متنوعة وأثرية. رحلات ممتعة عبر التاريخ والجغرافيا ضمن برامج وثائقية عربية وعالمية. أجمل المسلسلات التاريخية. رمضان على قناة الصفوة دائما أحلى.
Chad Stanley will punt for the Texans. Ron Smith back at the 40-yard line. And Ron Smith, who earlier today became the all-time leading Denver Bronco receiver, tackled by Deshaun Pope at the 39-yard line. A 51-yard Stanley punt, a 9-yard return. We're into the 4th quarter. All Denver tied for first with San Diego in the West.
This November, Cinema City brings you a month-long festival of thrills and chills.
Can't stop me.
On Wednesday nights, face your fears.
I wanted to warn you of the danger.
With 4 gripping films that will turn your night around. Every Thursday.
When I take the leap.
A different date with a different sensation awaits you.
This is it. Let's go.
And every Friday night.
We are an army out to set other men free.
Best-selling novels adapted for film light up your screen.
Why do you have to live in the past?
Night after night of great movies this November on Cinema City. We've got it all.
للمزيد من المعلومات اتصلوا بأحد الأرقام التالية.
أيها السيدات والسادة، أيها الأولاد والبنات،
ما الذي قلته؟
شخصياتكم الكرتونية المفضلة تعود إليكم في أضخم المغامرات الكرتونية التي رأت نور.
أنت هنا؟ هو هي هم هما.
ويمكنكم متابعتها بالإنجليزية أو بالعربية.
لقد أخذتني يا جميل.
اطلبوا لوني تونز باك إن أكشن وقد تفوزوا بدمية باجز باني. للمزيد من التفاصيل زوروا موقع أوربت على الإنترنت.
لقد نجحت.
لوني تونز باك إن أكشن يعرض حاليا حصريا على تي في ماكس.
With Randy Cross, Kevin Harlan, a punt by the Houston Texans has taken the Denver Broncos to the 39-yard line. They lead it 31-7 7. We're just into the fourth quarter. First down and 10. And Reuben Drones has had a big day, nearing 100 yards, brought down by Marcus Coleman and Kylie Wong. He is close to a first down near midfield on a gain of about 10, and other scores from this afternoon.
The one that jumps out at me here is that one right there. Cincinnati, wearing some of the ugliest uniforms in all of sports today, beats Dallas. The heck with where's Waldo? Where'd Dallas go? Dallas, a playoff team last year, right now can't play dead.
3-6.
They're just, they look terrible.
It is a first down at the Denver 49. Carswell, the tight end, re-maneuvers, and here is the pass to Carswell out of the backfield, tackled by Wong. Out of bounds at the 47, gain of 4. Let's go to New York and Greg Gumbel.
All right, Kevin, in St. Louis, it's fast becoming no contest from 5 yards out. Corey Dillon into the end zone. 33-14 as they turn an interception into more points. They haven't reached the fourth quarter yet. New England very much in charge, Kevin and Randy.
Well, look at St. Louis with Seattle in that West. And Seattle is leading San Francisco by 8 games in the Bay Area right now. Second down and 6 from the 47. Drones. And they all jump on him at about the line of scrimmage. No gain, third down.
Yeah, this is the time of year, though, everybody wants to start thinking about, you know, playoff positions. We joked about last week that they were talking about, you know, if the season ended now, here are your playoff teams. But now's when the coaches, the Shanahans and the Capers and the Belichicks, obviously, they're thinking December, January, February.
I like what you wrote in your column this week regarding this is a time when teams really capture their personality for the rest of the year.
They start taking it because they team change personality every single year, offensively, defensively, and as a team.
3rd and 6 from the Texan 47. Putziero caught a touchdown pass in motion. The fake to Drones and Plummer on the money to the lead. He's got the first down as he was working on the young rookie Glenn Earl. Gain of 11 out of bounds at the 36.
Some of the years these guys have had, it's been something else in this league. Marty Schottenheimer probably the most surprising. Herman Edwards has done a nice job managing a football team, and Bill Cowher has had a team with a young quarterback who's played unbelievably well, but pretty good theme there, isn't it?
You know what it is, don't you?
Marty.
Yeah, all Kansas City coaches at one time. That's right. In fact, Edwards is on that staff, as was Bill Cowher, the defensive coordinator back in the early 90s for Schottenheimer. First down, 36-yard line. Drones trying to go over 100 yards for the 4th time this year. Dives ahead, brought down by Sharper. Gain of 3, and you can spot him at the 33-yard line. Tonight on CBS, it begins with America's #1 news magazine, 60 Minutes, followed by a new episode of Cold Case. Then join Larry Hagman, Linda Gray, Patrick Duffy, and Victoria Principal for the Dallas reunion return to South Fork. It's all here tonight on CBS, America's most watched network. 100 yards for Drones, his 4th 100-yard rushing game of the season. His 4th in the last 6 games. Second down and 7 from the Texan 33. And here comes Babin, and there goes the pass. It's incomplete. Babin is that good-looking rookie out of Western Michigan, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, and this really potentially has got kind of a what-if theme to it for Denver. They need to really develop their personality and start winning games like this against teams they should beat, like they should beat Houston. Well, win this game. Develop your personality. Your defense starts playing as well as they played today. It's a huge sign that you're heading in the right direction. But they've lost some games earlier this year that may really come back to haunt Mike Shanahan and his football team later on when you start talking about home playoff games.
5 in the secondary. They got to get to the 26. It's 3rd down and 7 from the 33. And with the rush coming up the middle from Sharper, it is a completion with the tackle by Corey Sears. And it goes to Darius Watts, a gain of 5. And they mark him at the 27, about a yard shy of the first down.
And this is the way you want to go into a bye. Next week, this football team has a week off.
That's
and talk about a team that needs to get some people healthy. A lot of banged up bodies here for Mike Shanahan and the Denver Broncos. And you look down the road, and they're going to put a nice record together if they play the way they're supposed to. Look what they did last week, though. You're not supposed to lay an egg like that against Atlanta. That's part of the personality you don't want to see.
4th and 2, and the Texans will take a timeout with Denver at the 28, moving into scoring territory again, leading 31-7.
As the race towards the grand finale in Houston heats up, a new chapter in tennis history is being written in France, one of the toughest stops on the ATP Tour. So don't miss the ATP Master Series from Paris, now airing live on Orbit ESPN.
This November on Super Movies, the new season shines with the brightest stars. Matt Damon and Casey Affleck burn in Jerry. Reese Witherspoon smolders in Legally Blonde 2.
Too Nancy, too Hillary, too perfect for words.
Kiefer Sutherland glows in After Alice.
You believe in ghosts?
No.
Good, neither do I.
James Russo blazes in The House Next Door.
She's convinced that you killed your wife.
Armand Asante lights the fuse in Last Run.
Now you better duck on the count of 3.
Keanu Reeves dazzles in Matrix Reloaded. All these and more every day from 9 p.m. Riyadh time throughout November.
Enjoy the show.
Your ticket to the latest movies this November on Super Movies.
للمزيد من المعلومات اتصلوا بأحد الأرقام التالية.
After the timeout, passing up a field goal, the Broncos are going to go for it. 4th and 2 at the 28.
Would have been a 46-yarder.
Jones remains in the backfield. They put another tight end back there with Carswell and Plummer. May just be trying to draw him off sides to no avail. So, timeout Denver.
Timeout. That was called by Shanahan on the sideline. Remember, the coach